The EXOC line from Galax quite literally stands for extreme overclocking, and due to a Silicon Lottery win, I definitely experienced some extreme overclocks on the GTX 1080 EXOC that I reviewed last month. Up today is the littlest brother of Galax's Pascal lineup, the 1060 EXOC, which hopefully lives up to the EXOC naming scheme. While it has lost some of the external build quality of its elder, it makes up for that with a nice loop to help hang the GPU up when you're done with it. Although it may be better just to keep this one in your system. As previously alluded to, the Galax 1060 sports an angular plastic shroud covering the heatsink and triple heat pipes, which you saw can double to help with your storage organization. Cooling that setup are dual fans, which kept the card to a max of 72 degrees during my benchmarking. Again, as in the case of my 1080 EXOC review, it's baffling as to why the fans never turn off with a minimum fan speed of 33%. It's not overly loud, just annoying that nearly every other manufacturer supports a fan off feature and Galax is still lagging behind on that front. Topping off the rest of the physical features, there's a single 6-pin PCIe power connector, the aluminum backplate, as well as an atypical output set of dual DVI-D, single HDMI 2.0, and a single DisplayPort 1.4 on this thin dual-slot GPU. Galax expects the 1060 EXOC to have a boost clock of 1759 MHz with its 1280 CUDA cores and a memory clock of 8008 MHz on its 6GB of GDDR5 192-bit VRAM. Thanks to GPU boost, the card typically ran at just over 1900 MHz with a max boost of 1949. Also, the EXOC moniker definitely held true in my card's case with it pushing a game-stable 2138 MHz overclock. However, all benchmarks were run at the out-of-the-box speeds. Speaking of benchmarks, the 1060 EXOC ran admirably, easily staying within 1 or 2 FPS of the Gaming X 1060 that I've previously tested. Value-wise, South Africa only being considered here since there's no US pricing as of yet, the 1060 EXOC is clearly the best value 1060 on the market, with it not only performing well, but having the lowest price that I've been able to find on a 6GB GTX 1060. The conclusion is pretty easy for me here. The Galax 1060 EXOC shines here in South Africa with its rock-bottom pricing but competitive performance. It easily kept step with the 1060 that costs nearly 1,000 Rand more. It's the obvious choice if you're simply looking to get a good 1060. Physically speaking, it doesn't put on the grandest show, nor does it have the latest features such as RGB, although with the way Galax implemented that on the 1080 and 1070, maybe that's a good thing. Overall, the Galax 1060 EXOC is easy to recommend. And if you're looking to pick one up, the only place to do so in South Africa is Wootware. Their pricing, especially on this 1060, is fantastic, as well as on a huge variety of other products, which include plenty of exclusives, such as Galax, PowerColor, and Fantex. Their customer support is exceptional and is ready to help you whether you reach out to them through their live chat, email, or even on Facebook and Twitter. So if you're in South Africa, head on over to wootware.co.za to woot up your system. The link is in the video description. And that wraps it up for this review on the Galax GTX 1060 EXOC. Like this video if you found it helpful at all, dislike it if you disagree with me or my conclusions. You can subscribe to stay up to date on all of my tech related content. And if you're watching this late into the video, leave the comment storage loop down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.